Hello, welcome to another re-gig, and this one's a bit spicy, this one's a bit exotic, this one is a bit off the beaten path. Oh yeah, this is a story. Back in day, and this was the 27th of August 2004. The missus was lucky to be doing some work in the US, and so the planets aligned. The planets aligned, and I managed to pay for my ticket and cobble along with her, and we got to travel across the US of A. No, just California, just across California for this. For we travelled from Los Angeles all the way out to Irvine in California, to the Third Eye gathering. It was some sort of tool, a band fan gathering. I'm not exactly sure how or what it was all about. Two were playing. Two are Trey Gunn and Pat Mastelotto, who I was very big fans of at the time, and they were there with the California Guitar Trio. So it was, really cool to actually be roughly in the area at the time of this concert. And I shall read, because I wrote it down, and when I came back from the US of the A, I wrote this down on my blog, and so I can read some memories, because I don't remember any of this happening. I have no memory of it at all. And it says it begins, "This was done from memory." It's like, so it's a bit feeble. I should have made notes on the day, but I was just lucky to be there. There was hardly a mad rush to the front of the stage, so the missus and myself stood smack dead centre on the performance area. I hadn't seen the California Guitar Trio since I opened for that band in the UK in 1996. I'm not a particular follower of their music, but I've always enjoyed their live performances, and this night was no exception. There was a mix of old and new, as far as I know, but I'm no CGT expert. Tunes on the show included an excellent edition of Heart of the Sunrise, complete with Tony Levin, because he was the special guest on Funk Fingers, though the song was held up slightly by the loss of aforementioned Funk Fingers. They were under the case, Tony, with Pat Maslow on drums and Tony Levin on bass. The trio expanded, and I really enjoyed the more rhythmic stuff. That's not to say I didn't enjoy the new tracks from their album Whitewater, which was the release at the time. I downloaded a track Atlantis from their website to familiarise myself with the material, so I recognised the one when it appeared in the set list. My only quibble was the sound mix was a little muddy, and even though I was standing in the front of the stage, it was hard to tell who was playing. Such was the sound mix. The band finished with Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and the mic, or should I say Mike? I said Mick there, that's just an automatic thing because I'm reading it, brain, was lowered right above our heads. So if there are any recordings of this, the two voices at the front were the Brits, doing their best to remember the words. Two came on shortly after, and the vocal loops taken from Queen were used as a backdrop to some early noodling. It was quite weird to have Freddie Mercury in the room with us, but it made for an interesting experience. The two band, made up of drummer Pat Maslow and world guitarist Trey Gunn, played improvised rhythmic electronica. It was reminiscent in places to some of their improvisations with that band, but it's more from the hips. While you can't necessarily dance to it, you can have a good jiggle if you're so inclined. It became a very intense experience, and I felt part of the music. Every so often, Pat Maslow and Trey Gunn would begin to spar with each other, deliberately trying to catch the other performer out. This interplay was good fun to watch and lifted the performance. It's hard to describe the music. It's quite different from the two album. It's heavy in places and will hit you in the chest if you let it. They also played to film. There was film running in the background, black and white movies, and I think some Kurosawa stuff and whatnot, which was kind of interesting. So it's a bit experimental, a bit left field, At the end, the special guest came on again. It turned out to be Tony Levin and the California Guitar Trio. The show began with the circulation, and the rest of the players joined in. This was a bit messy in terms of the sound, because when the electric players hit the stride, the poor California Guitar Trio were wiped out of the mix again. Luckily, someone decided to push their mix to the max. Overall, it was a good evening of music and something I would not have been able to see in the UK. I came away very satisfied. There you go. So, wasn't that interesting? wasn't that an interesting gig to go and see? So yeah, I actually took some pictures which I will have interspersed in the review there, because I had my camera with me and I took some pictures of the concert. So we will, and there might even be a picture of I think there's even a picture of me and the missus at the front that Tony Levin took, which I don't know, am I allowed to intersperse in the video just to prove that I was there? So yeah, it was a very interesting concert, and again, it's music I wouldn't have seen in the UK, because I don't think they ever performed as a band in the UK. They did the project thing with Agent Baloo, but no, I don't think, no, Tragon wasn't involved with that. So yeah, I mean, it was a unique experience, and I was really pleased to have been there. But you know, it's a young man's game. Can't do that now, you know. And again, it feels like such a long time ago. Some of these concerts I remember really well and are really vivid, and some, you know, kind of fade. But again, I remember the journey, because we had to travel from LA to Irvine, and we hired a car. And again, car hire in the US is a bit different to in the UK. Also, you know, the missus has to drive on the wrong side of the road, and I didn't tell her. I knew the route, and the route was we were going to come out of I think it's the Renaissance Hotel where we were staying, and we had to head up onto the freeway, because that was the only way. And the freeway was literally, you come out of the hotel and go up onto the freeway intersection, you know, join. And I didn't tell her that because I didn't want to scare her. Because I think she might have wanted to, you know, cycle around the block for a few times just to get used to the car. But we went straight onto the freeway, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And of course, we didn't know how to operate the air conditioning or the radio or anything else. And then in American car hire, they didn't put any petrol or gas in the vehicle, so it was on the red, and we had to pull off in this neighbourhood. And I think it was I don't know where we were. It was a largely Hispanic neighbourhood, and we're the gringos from England. "Oh, I say, old chap, how do we operate this petrol pump?" And we didn't know that you had to pay for the petrol first. In the UK, you fill up, then pay. So it's a bit of a cultural thing. But the man was very nice. He didn't speak any English, but he was very he was very helpful. And everyone's looking at us because we were just like, you know, strangers abroad. It was just so funny. But we got to Irvine. Once we got back onto the interstate, it was an easy journey. Again, the motorway system in the US is a lot easier to follow than the UK. It's a lot easier to get to places, and it was nice. It was nice to just go out of town and hang around there. And we went to a couple of malls, I think they call them. And what I liked was the space, is the sense of space you have, and everything's not as cramped and crowded as it is in the UK. So, yeah, I'm going to go and live in America. No, I'm not. But that was a good memory. It was a good time, and we had a good time, and yeah. And then we had to hurtle back to LA. We only stayed there, I think it was a day and a bit, and I had terrible jet lag, and it was horrible. But yeah, it was good fun. So that was an adventure, wasn't it? That was a different kind of re-gig. You wasn't expecting that. Do have an album. I think I might have it on the shelf somewhere. But I'm loath to promote these people. I'm loath to promote them all. So yeah, some of it's out of physical media, is out of print now, but I think you probably get it from their Bandcamp page or something. It's weird experimental stuff, but I kind of like it. It's the more rhythmic side. It's the way that band should have gone, but didn't go. But hey, we can't all be nostalgia acts now, can we? But anyway, thank you for watching. I've been talking about Two and the California Guitar Trio and Tony Levin at the Third Eye Gathering at Irvine, California, 2004. Apparently, a lot of the merchandise got stolen, and the band never got paid. I remember Maslow telling that story. And that was nice. That was nice. Good job I got a free ticket, wasn't it? I wangled a free ticket. So that was good, because I ran some adverts for the thing on my blog back in the day, and scored a couple of free tickets out of it, which was nice. But there you go. That was a good old days when I actually had influence, and now I'm just no one. I'm just a talking head to the minority audience. I mean, people are not going to watch this one, and that's the funny thing. This is a really good one, and there's actual photos and stuff, and they're not going to watch it because they're not going to know what it is, So that's funny. But yeah, what's the furthest you've travelled for a gig? Mine was 5,000 miles. Leave your comment in the comment box below. Engagement, blah blah blah. And with that, there's only one more thing left to say, and that is ta-da.